where all your dreams come true. Oh, it brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining me, friends. I am glad that we're here together. Another story, another day together, and yes, more enjoyment. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. And please, as always, let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. And I hope that you are admiring our friend there, Zoe, out in Illinois. Thank you for joining in Storytime. And this was Zoe yesterday, listening into Storytime. Love it, love it, love it. Good morning to you. Please share your pictures and let me know if we can share them here on Storytime. It can be beautiful scenery, whatever that you like, for as long as you know it is in alignment with our Storytime commitment, our Storytime community rules. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Thank you for being here with us. Yes, let's get to our story for today. Coming right up, this one, we're going back to Emerson School, and this one is called Ivy and Bean Get to Work. This is book 12. So if you're not familiar with these two amazing characters, go back to book 1. Get started on them, because there is an amazing journey to be had. And of course, today we're joining them in book 3, chapter 12. We've had chapter 1 and chapter 2 before on Storytime, and I'll give you a little bit of a rundown of that so that you can be set up well to go into chapter 3 with us. But of course, that book coming up very shortly, and it is written by a friend of ours here at Storytime, Annie Barrows, and of course the amazing Sophie Blackall. And just to mention a few things, you know, this book has this series, so many awards and also just recognition, but also just for this copy alone too, it's like American Library Association Notable Children's Book, a Book List Editor's Choice, a Kirkus Reviews Best Children's Book of the Year, a Book Links Best New Book for the Classroom, a New York Public Library title for reading and sharing, a People's Magazine Summer's Hottest Reads selection. So much. And of course, a Storytime selection right here. They should add us on there too. Multiple times Storytime selection. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And yeah, glad that we're here together. Let us see who is with us this morning, ready to enjoy a wonderful story. Good morning to you. How are you doing, Marietta? Good to see you. And you're saying it is rainy and chilly out in Harvard, Massachusetts today. There was an itty bitty bit of snow on the ground this morning. Toasty, warm inside. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm glad that you have that warm space near to be in. Thank you so much for joining in. I was checking in with my sister too out in Montreal, and she was telling me, well, she did share a picture of the snow out there. Just had their first snow. So yeah, it is cold out there east. Thank you so much for joining in, Marietta. Hugs to you. Good to see you here with us on Storytime. And Henry, sending you love. And of course, it is. I hope Pamela Courtney shows up because it's her birthday. Yes, indeed. Happy birthday, Pamela Courtney. We're waiting here for you. If not, we're calling you today. Thank you so much for sharing, Marietta. Absolutely love it. Good morning to you one more time. Tara McNamara, good morning from Erin and Clara. Snowy and then wet in Massachusetts this morning, as Marietta mentioned. Yes, indeed. First snow of the season. Well, thank you for joining in. Please share pictures. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Send them. You can inbox me on them, and then any ones that you'd like us to share on during our readings, our lives, our time together. Please just put a note in there. Let me know it's okay to do that. Thank you so much for joining in. Erin and Clara, and of course Tara McNamara, out in snowy and cold and wet Massachusetts today. Thank you so much for joining us. A big good morning to you. Thank you for being here. First snow of the season. Enjoy it. Amanda West, good morning to you. Sarah and Nathan and Zoe in cold and bright Illinois. Happy birthday, Auntie Pam. Absolutely. Happy birthday, Pamela Courtney. Indeed. And of course, out there, cold and bright out in Illinois today. And for you who have not met Zoe yet, there is the amazing Zoe listening into Storytime yesterday. And of course, hopefully you're here today with us too, Zoe. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Happy birthday, Auntie Pam. Yes. Thank you so much, Tara, Erin, and Clara as well. Yes, indeed. Pamela Courtney, happy birthday to you. Good morning to you, Sharon Lungo and Soraya, right here in Oakland. Thank you for joining us. Absolutely love it that we are here together. Yes, indeed. Thank you for joining in Storytime. Oh my goodness, look who is here today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Pamela Courtney, happy birthday to you. A big good morning to you. Extra hugs today. Thank you for joining us on Storytime. And of course, Chad and Auntie Anne, and of course, Braylon, good morning to you. Having breakfast. What is breakfast like on your birthday, Pamela Courtney? Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Absolutely love it that we are here together. Thank you too for sharing part of your special day with us here on Storytime. Thank you for joining in. Love it. Good morning. And Pamela Courtney, just in case you missed it, happy birthday coming in from Erin, Clara, and of course Tara, and also coming in from Massachusetts, out from Marietta as well, saying happy birthday, Pamela Courtney. We hope you're here, and we know you're here today with us. Thank you so much. A happy birthday indeed to you. Absolutely love it. And also, I think you also had birthday wishes. Yes, coming to you from Sarah, Nathan, Zoe, and Amanda West. Sending you happy birthdays to you too. Happy birthday, Pamela Courtney. Thank you so much for being here with us. Yes, joining the party. Thank you so much, Pamela Courtney. Absolutely love it. Thank you for being here with us today on Storytime. And two, I must mention as well that our special mention for today is Ruby's Reunion Day Dinner. If you've not checked out this one, please do. This one coming to you from Angela Darton, a good friend of ours here at Storytime, and Jasenia Sutherland, too, another great friend here at Storytime. Please do check out these books and find it at your local library. A beautiful book indeed from Angela and Jasenia. And of course, today we are reading Ivy and Bean. All right, get ready for this one. So we'll come back and talk some more after this short break. But yeah, we're starting off in chapter 3 today. Yes, Pamela Courtney, you are very welcome. We do love you. We do love you indeed. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. All right, we'll be reading Ivy and Bean. Get to work. This one we're jumping into chapter 3, and it is written by Annie Barrows and Sophie Blackall. So get ready for this one coming up right after this break. And who else today to lead us into our story but the birthday girl herself? Thank you so much, Pamela Courtney. We'll be right back after this short break.
Hi, I'm Auntie Pam of the Homeschooling Kinfolks down here in Natchitoches, Louisiana, and you're tuned in to Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
Thank you, Pamela Courtney. Thank you indeed. And again, happy birthday to you. Yes, we're getting started with our story for today. And yeah, so if you remember from the last time we read, so Ivy and Bean, friends at Emerson School and they have a special surprise. The principal comes to their classroom. This is in chapter 1, and then the principal announces that there is a career fair. So there's a job fair happening at their school, and they can get to explore and then get to write about 3 careers that they learned about. And of course, the adventure from there goes so many different ways. They meet different people. They meet bankers, they meet dentists, they meet a yoga trainer, and we also know that who else am I forgetting? I think they meet a plumber too. So many different people that they meet, so many different careers. But we know that they have thoughts of their own on what they want to be. One wants to be a witch, and the other one wants to be an arborist. And they've already decided. So they're thinking, well, this is boring. But just then, as they're thinking, well, we already know what we want to be. So why should we be here at this job fair? Then chapter 3 begins as their friend Leo yells out, the best job in the world this way. So let's just go back just one page into chapter 2, and then that will lead us into chapter 3. Are you ready? And there aren't many pictures in here, but I'll try and show. As they were walking away from Narvin, the plumber, they saw their friend, most of the time anyway, Leo. He was walking very fast, pulling another kid by the sleeve. Come on, he was saying. Hurry up. What's happening, called Bean. Where are you going? Leo turned around. His eyes were shining. I found the best job ever. It's in the back. Come on. And that's where now we start off in chapter 3 as they are out there looking at this most wonderful job, the best job. What is it? And so that's where chapter 3 is, the best job in the world. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Leo was almost running, and Bean and Ivy had to move faster to keep up with him. They scurried past the whole row of careers to arrive at the furthest end of the cafeteria. There were only 2 tables in this row, and one of them was empty. The other was surrounded by kids. Behind it sat a big old man in a plaid shirt. A man, treasure hunter. Oh, doesn't that sound amazing? Look at all those kids crowded to see a man. A man, treasure hunter, his sign said. Wow, said Bean, looking at a man, treasure hunter's table. Oh, on it were lots of coins and jewelry sprinkled with dirt. This is a job? I asked. Is this a job? Yep, said the man. Best job in the world. He's my grandpa, said a 5th grade girl standing next to him. Her name was Elsa. She had a very long braid. He takes me treasure hunting on weekends. Don't you, Grandpa? Yep, said the man. And all that money, asked Leo, looking at the coins. You just found it? Yep, said the man. Grandpa's rich, Elsa flopped her braid. How do you know where to look? Asked a 3rd grader named Sienna Kate, crowding in next to Ivy. Oh, my goodness. Well, began their man, you go to places where people lose things, interrupted Elsa. You go to the parks and beaches and parking lots and places like that because people lose things all the time in those places. They lose keys and watches and jewelry, even rings. We found this last weekend. She held up a ring with her face on it. Come to think of it, I did lose my sunglasses in a parking lot out in Utah not too long ago. I'm still upset about that. Maybe a man found my glasses. Even rings. We found this last weekend. She held up a ring with a face on it. And I got this one, said her man. He pointed to a little metal race car. Antique. Worth a bundle. Found it up at the lake. Oh my. Does that sound like your kind of job? Oh Oh my goodness. But how? Asked Leo. Do you just go and dig around? Elsa laughed. No, no, we use this. She pointed to a metal stick next to her grandpa. It's a metal detector, she explained. Can you see the metal detector on there? I bet you already know what it looks like. Yes, we use this. She pointed to a metal stick next to her grandpa. It's a metal detector, she explained, holding it up so they could see it. You hold it over the ground like this. And she held it like that to show them. Oh, the kids were surprised. You hold it over the ground like this. She swung it over the floor, and when it finds metal like gold, it beeps. Then you dig. Oh, all the kids crowding around Emerson's table moaned. Oh my! What? Asked Emerson. What's wrong? How much does a metal detector cost? Asked Leo. $162. Said Elsa, but it detects in water. Everyone moaned again. Whoa! Leo shook his head. I knew it was too good to be true. Oh, Leo, I knew it was too good to be true. We're kids. We don't have $162. Does anyone have $162 to lend to Leo out there? We don't have $162, Eric yelled. That's almost 2 years of my allowance, Magali said glumly. Herman frowned. Hang on, just a minute there. He leaned down, rummaged underneath his table, and brought up a big book. Look! The book was called Finders Keepers. On the cover was a picture of a hand holding a stack of gold coins. Herman pointed to the picture. This fellow in the picture, he didn't use any metal detector. No, sir. He was digging out a basement and his shovel struck metal. Clank! And he thought there was something there. Herman's eyes got big. He put up his shovel and there was a gold coin sitting right on the end. So he keeps digging, and guess what? He looked at Leo. Guess what? He found more, said Leo. He found a hoard, said Herman. That means a whole lot, said Elsa. A ton. The old-time treasure hunters didn't have metal detectors, said Herman. They had shovels and they had intuition. That's all you really need. What's intuition? Asked Zuzu. What do you think intuition is? Great question for today. A hunch, whispered Ivy. A hunch, cried Bean. Right. You feel it sometimes, said Herman, looking into space in a mysterious way. Yeah, said Elsa. Real treasure hunters have a special sense. Wow, thought Bean. A special sense? Ivy nodded. A special sense. People have been finding treasure for hundreds of years, said Herman. They didn't have metal detectors. They used their heads. They thought, where do people buy things? Where do people lose things? Then they would go to that spot and dig up the goods. Metal detectors make it easier. Sure, they do. But the most important thing, he tapped his head. Intuition. And the shovel, said Elsa. No one answered. They were all busy writing treasure hunter on the top of their list. On the top of their when I grow up, I want to be list. Treasure hunter. Sounds like an amazing job, doesn't it? And that is the end of our chapter for today. So next time when we bring back this book, we will be looking at intuition and a shovel. So do join in for that one next time. But of course, you can find this one at your local library and get to enjoy more great laughs, more great adventures with Ivy and Bean. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll be right back after this short break. Thank you indeed for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you.
Hi, my name is Chad, and I'm homeschooled in Natchitoches, Louisiana. And today you're tuning in with Mr. LaMotta. Story time with Mr. LaMotta.
Love it. Thank you, Chad. Absolutely appreciate you. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime, and indeed enjoy celebrating Auntie Pam's Day out there in Natchitoches, Louisiana. Today we were reading Ivy and Bean Get to Work, and this one, of course, written by Annie Barrows and Sophie Blackall, and of course, reading this one with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. A big thank you to them indeed for allowing us to share such lovely books here on Storytime. Thank you for joining in today. Absolutely love this one. Thank you for being here with us today, and I hope that you enjoyed that one. And of course, please do find it at your local library so you can enjoy some more. Thank you so much for joining in today, Storytime. And of course, that one is a good family read indeed. You can join in and enjoy it at home. I don't know what you're reading for bedtime this time, but that could be one to add to your list. Please join in tomorrow as we examine, have you ever seen a flower? Yes. Have you ever really seen a flower? Really looked at a flower? Join in tomorrow as we'll be exploring this one from Sean Harris, award-winning book, coming back to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in today, friends. Absolutely appreciate you. And of course, Ruby's Reunion Day dinner is our special mention for today. If you haven't seen it, please do check it out at your local library. Thank you so much for joining in today, and I am glad that we are here together. Let us see who was with us enjoying that wonderful story today with us. Chapter 3, Ivy and Bean, Book 12. Ivy and Bean Get to Work. Thank you so much for joining in. Out in Harvard, Massachusetts today, it is rainy and chilly. Thank you for joining in. Marietta, thank you for being here with us, and a tiny bit of snow to boot. Thank you so much for joining in. Please do stay toasty. Do stay warm out there in Harvard, Massachusetts. We love you here on Storytime. Thank you indeed for joining in. And of course, you send in your message to happy birthday to Pamela Courtney. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely appreciate you. Good morning to you one more time. Tara, how are you doing? And of course, Erin and Clara, and you saying snowy and then wet in Massachusetts this morning. Yes, indeed. First snow of the season. Enjoy it, and I hope that you have lots of reading to do as well. And they do have pictures too from Enid out in Oregon, which hopefully we'll be sharing soon, and she was enjoying the first snow out there in Oregon. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely love it. And of course, you're also wishing Pamela Courtney, Amanda West, you're wishing Pamela Courtney a happy birthday. You, Sarah, Nathan, and Zoe saying happy birthday, Pamela Courtney. And we've all met Zoe at this point. There is Zoe enjoying Storytime yesterday. Thank you so much for joining in. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful indeed. Thank you so much for being here with us, friends. Yes, indeed. Happy birthday again, Pamela Courtney, from Tara McNamara, Erin, and Clara. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Pamela Courtney, we hope that breakfast was delicious. Yes, as delicious as it can be on this, your birthday. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. Sharon Lungo, and of course, Soraya joining us as well out here in Oakland. I hope that you enjoyed that wonderful story. Thank you so much for being here with us. Friends, don't forget too that there's a special event that is happening coming up, and this one is the Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair. It'll be happening at Tians in Berkeley, and please come on out and enjoy, meet all the authors, creatives out there, and of course we'll be there too, Storytime, doing a live right on site. And before that, we will have 8 to 10 where we'll be live right here with authors and creatives and talking to all the organizers as well, as we'll be enjoying and just getting ready for the program at 11. So Storytime will be here. The program looks like that, and we'll be sharing it too. We've shared it too to our socials. So if you need it, please just take a screen grab, have it, know where to be on December 11th. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And of course, hopefully to see you there. Soraya, you're right here in Oakland, so we hope to see you there. Pamela, Courtney, happy birthday one more time. And thank you indeed. We do love you so much. And you do say, Ivy and Ben, so fun. It is indeed so much fun when these two are in town. Thank you so much for joining in. Ivy and Bean, I hope that you enjoyed it. Friends, this has been story time for this lovely Wednesday morning. We hope to be back again tomorrow for more story time and get to enjoy together. Thank you indeed. And if you're having a break next week, I hope that you enjoy it. Yes, it's already almost end of November, right? When you think about it. Crazy how time flies. Thank you so much for being here with us, friends. Much love to each and every one of you. Thank you for the amazing pictures that have come through already, and we hope that we can share all of them soon on Storytime. Thank you. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I know that it is cold in places. I hope that you do stay warm. Please, I know too that, I don't have to tell you this. You live in the snow, you live in cold places, you know what to do. Please check your tires, make sure they're the right kind, and everything else that you need to do. And hopefully you already checked your heaters and everything so that they are ready to go this winter. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Sending you lots of hugs and love, and I hope too that we continue to read many books here together on Storytime. Thank you indeed. Absolutely love it. I'll see you again tomorrow for more Storytime when we're back with Sean Harris and Have You Ever Seen a Flower? This one also coming from Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you indeed for being here with us. Much love from me. See you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely. Won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely. Won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing